Hi everyone, welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. In this is Java exception handling playlist. We will learn exception handling concepts step by step. This is Java exception handling session number 10. Catch block we will discuss today. If you are serious about learning, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please click the bell icon and select all notification option. Don't choose personalized option. You may miss some session updates. Let's get started. In our previous session, we have discussed about how to handle the exception. So, in that process, first we have discussed about the try block. So, what's the usage of try block? If you identify this lines of code may throw an exception, you just place that risky code or hotspot code in the try block. So, you just placing here. Then, what's the next step? That is what we are going to discuss today. Catch block. So you find out the exception. It will throw what type of exception. Okay. Example, in our previous sessions, we have discussed about this arithmetic exception. Am I right? So reading the input from the user. After that, you are going to divide the number. In case if you are giving the wrong number, that is incorrect number, it will throw an exception. So here I am giving my sample input as 0. So rest of the code is not executed. Am I right? So program is completed, program is terminated. This lines of code is not executing. It's just only throwing error. It interrupts the normal flow of the program. Am I right? It disrupts the normal flow of the program. Remaining rest of the code is not executed. So I'm going to place this odd spot code because how to handle that exception. So far we have discussed about try block. Am I right? I'm going to explain about the odd spot of the try block. Okay, risky code should be placed in the try block area. So assume that so far we don't know what is my catch block and all. So I'm placing this hotspot risky code here because here only I'm reading the input from the user. I'm not here only I'm reading the input from the user. So that is alone important. Am I right? Here I'm reading the input the same code if I'm trying. So number variable is also enough. Okay, number variable is enough. So int number equal to I'm placing that same 100 divided by just a number. Okay. Look here. So this risky code is placed in the try block because here only we may get an exception. So from the try block only exception thrown. Okay. So exception is throwing from the try block. Same sports logic. If bowler is throwing the ball, who is going to catch that ball? Behind the stumps, wicket keeper. Am I right? So bowler is here the exception. Okay. So throwing exception is thrown by bowler. Okay, bowler is throwing the exception. Who is going to catch it? The wicket keeper. Here the wicket keeper to catch this exception is, so we are using the word handling the exception. So handling the exception, placing the code by try block, handling the exception actually by the catch block. This catch block, as per the coding standards, after this curly brace with some white space, after that you have to give the catch block. So catch syntax is okay. Note on the syntax. Try block you already know. Try, open curly brace and then close curly brace within that body of statement. That is exception code. Catch block means handle exceptions thrown from the try block. Except handle the exception thrown from this try block. So 145 kilometer speed or 150 kilometer speed, bowler is throwing the ball means wicketkeeper is the sole responsible to behind the stems or to catch it. Am I right? The same thing. So handles exception thrown from the try block. So this is the syntax. Exception is thrown by try block. Now the catch block is going to catch it. So catch of exception type E. Okay. So what type of exception you are expecting? You can give that exception. Here I'm expecting what type of exception. The number is in case wrong, there is 0. You have to handle that arithmetic exception. Am I right? You have to handle the arithmetic exception here. So that is what I'm going to give it now. Okay, arithmetic exception. Nearby, this is the class name. We already discussed types of exceptions. Am I right? checked exception, unchecked exception. I hope you remember about the checked exception and unchecked exception. Throwable is the root class. So from that remaining and all dividing. So these things are coming under the unchecked. What is that? Particularly can call it as a runtime exception. See, throwable exception error. So this runtime exception is coming under the unchecked exception area. It will be checked at runtime. Checked exceptions iOS SQL class not found exception. So now we are discussing about the how to handle this runtime exception, arithmetic exception. So this unchecked exception. So I'm giving the unchecked exception class name arithmetic exception nearby object reference variable. Okay, the reference variable here exception reference variable is e. Okay, so when this exception is happening, divide by 0 means arithmetic exception will come. So it will be stored in this object reference variable. E object reference variable. Okay. Nearby class is coming, that is called as a object reference variable. Am I right? Generally, how to create the class name, object reference variable equal to new, and then class name, same principle. Nearby class here coming, object reference variable. So this E only storing this, what type of exception is coming. So first I'm printing now exception handle for a reference. Exception handle. Okay. This time we won't give error. Okay, runtime exception. The rest of the code will be executed. Line number 16 is executed. I'm giving outer this block also. What is that means? One minute. Yes. Outside of this block also we are giving now program terminated. Because when the exception is coming, we should handle it. Rest of the code should be executed. Now look at it output screen. If I'm giving my sample input as now 0, so what's that? This time it is not interrupted. Am I right? It is not disrupted by the exception. So when this exception is coming 100 by 0, that exception is coming, it will be catched by this object reference variable e. So what type of exception you are providing, that type of exception name should be provided here. Arithmetic exception we are guessing means, so we should give the arithmetic exception here. So arithmetic exception space object reference variable name, object reference variable name. So here it is catching that exception. Now I'm printing exception handle. Line number 16 is exception handle. After this, the rest of the code, line number 18 is also executed. Program terminated. Got it? In case if I'm not handling this, what will happen? I'm just placing the normal code here. Program is completed and terminated. It will throw an exception. Example, if I'm giving 0, it is not handled by this code. So rest of the code is not executed. But if I'm using this try and catch block. So try block, we may place the exception code. So catch block is going to handle that exception what is thrown by this try block. If this time if I'm giving the incorrect input like 0, so no issues. Okay, you're getting the output as just catching that exception. What type of exception catching? Exception handle and in program terminated. Rest of the code is successfully executing now. I hope you have clear this. So what is the usage of catch block? Still many of the exceptions are there. We'll discuss all these things one by one in the forthcoming session. Okay. If you found this session useful, then like the video, subscribe the channel for more update, and please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.